But then it is still Buzz in the MPFL, as we are hearing that the contract that propels sport signed with MTN through the MPFL as well as the NFF is nothing but a 10-year slave contract. So says some football lovers, and we will be looking into that contract this evening. Abuja, I will be right back. Let me go on the short break. When I return, Sport Lounge takes center stage fully.
Ketia, Saka, Arsenal up a gear. Bukayo Saka! He has flushed that with fizz! It's a belter. It might have got a teasing touch, perhaps assisted, notwithstanding which there is a welcome embrace for an eye-catching moment and a match-winning goal.
2023 Carabao Cup final. Shaw's ball in, the header is spectacular. Manchester United lead. Casemiro, the mighty Brazilian, scores at Wembley, and United strike first in the Carabao Cup final. Manchester United 1, Newcastle 0. Casemiro. And now United coming to make it 2. It's Rashford driven wide. Rashford! He's beaten Karius. Rashford scores. And there's no one better in Europe right now. Karius could not keep it out. Marcus Rashford scores, and United have got 2 quick-fire goals, and they're in command at Wembley. That's it. The trophy wait is over. Erik ten Hag wins silverware for United at the first attempt. This is just the start. We've got that winning feeling again. 189th Manchester derby. Crackling Old Trafford atmosphere. The latest chapter in this enduring rivalry. Oh, Silva, he's given that away. Straight to Rashford, into Eriksen. This is Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes moves forward. It was an acute angle. Goalkeeper would have been favourite, but dragged it wide.
Yeah, much better.
United in quickly. Precision coming out. Rashford goes round the goalkeeper. Marcus Rashford. Rashford off the line.
I could just see a rush of blood to the head from the goalkeeper, and I genuinely thought that Marcus Rashford was going down.
Oh, now Eriksen has a look, sees what's around him, picks out Rashford, steaming forward. Marcus Rashford, here's a big moment. Rashford, Ederson does supremely well there.
Brilliant play, really good spot from Christian Eriksen, and you always knew that Marcus was going to outstrip Rodri.
Mahrez with a through ball, De Bruyne's ball in, and the header.
Here's Davies, and he's found Kane. Is this the moment? The captain of England scores his first goal for Germany's record champions, and that's why they brought him in.
Sport is a religion, a voice of the people. 96.1 FM is your worship center, and at the father's uncle talking sport is your sporting priest, Abuja. Let's get the show started already. Beginning from the home scene, let's move over now to Delta State, as good news is emanating from the world of sport far away in Asaba, as we hear that the National Youth Games will be a spectacle, according to the Executive Governor of Delta State, talking about His Excellency. Somebody want to call him Okowa, but come on, you have to accord him that respect that he deserves. Talking about the Executive Governor of Delta State, but then it was the chairman of Delta Sport Commission that came out to speak on behalf of the Executive Governor of Delta State, His Excellency Godwin Okowa. But then the chairman Delta State Sport Commission Chief Tinubu Okowa has come out to say at the World Press Conference to usher the 7th Youth Games edition, the Delta State government promised top-notch organization and a sporting experience like never before for the participating athletes, officials and members of the public. It has promised to host a world-class National Youth Games when the 7th Youth Games flag off in Delta State capital Asaba from the 23rd of September 2023. When you look at Delta State and what Delta as a state holds in the terms of sport in Nigeria, you just have to give it to them from hosting as well as competing favorably and winning medals. You just have to give it to Delta State. Even their women's football team, I'll talk about Delta Queens. They have been amazing. They have been magnificent in the last few months, winning trophies and dominating teams that comes their way. And when you talk about Delta State producing some of the finest athletes in the world, like the likes of Blessing Okabari, not forgetting Esebrume and others, there are a creme de la creme, and as well as the sons and daughters of the soil from Delta State. Delta happens to be the front runner when it comes to sport in Nigeria. Little wonders when it comes to hosting of major sporting events, Delta State sits apex. Apex, I repeat, apex among every other states in Nigeria. Now, this is not me trying to blow the raise the flag or blow the trumpet of Delta as a state, but come on. The facts are there. The result over time has proven that Delta State has no equal. Okowa, who is also the chairman of the local organizing committee for the youth games, assured that the state has planned a carnival-like opening and closing ceremonies with top musical acts like Ice Springs and JD scheduled to entertain. Okowa, who is also the president of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria and Confederation of African Athletics Zone 3, noted that unlike previous edition of the youth games where the spectators stands were visually empty, the spectatorship in Delta is expected to be full to the brim, to fill the stands, I beg your pardon, and cheer the athletes. He assured that the over 23 participation venues are fully ready except for minor finishing touches, while equipment for the gymnastics center has arrived and will be installed in a matter of days. Well done, Delta State. Well done, Okowa, and well done the Delta State Sports Committee. Talking about the local organizing committee, they have been very, very impeccable. Meanwhile, the Nigerians under 18s women handball team returned to winning ways on Tuesday with a victory over the host Tunisia. They're actually doing so well. After winning the opening game, the Nigerian side suffered a defeat to Guinea on Monday, but bounced back strongly against the host. Despite playing in front of the fans, Tunisia found the Nigerian team hard to crack as they lost to them 20 2028. The victory qualified Nigeria for the quarterfinals, where they have been drawn to face another North American side in Morocco. But then Nigeria with playing Morocco have been very, very impeccable so far, because the game has just ended and Nigeria again defeated Morocco with a very resounding leader. One leader that when you see, you know that yes, we haven't come to this competition just like we will say in our local palace to look Uche face. It has been very, very dominant when it comes to the teams performing well in the handball competition that defeated Morocco by 30-25. Yes, the game ended at 30-25 in favor of Nigeria. Team Nigeria under 18 handball team. Yes, it ended Nigeria 28, Morocco 14. I beg your pardon. Yes, that have just been confirmed. Nigeria finished with a very, very impressive win, a 14 points win over the North African side. Talk about Morocco. Good one for the team. But then let's move over now to other stories making round from the local scene. It promises to be a very, very good one, especially for the Super Falcons, as we here confirm that Coach Randy Waldron is set to continue as the head coach of the Super Falcons if everything goes to plan. Confirmation is still tied to probability. The if there means if everything goes according to plan, maybe there might be a pay cut, maybe there might be some clauses that will be infused in his new contract for him to remain. The contract of the American gaffer ended last July after the oyster of the team from the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Just before the tournament, Waldron was expected to be released from the job after having standing with the Nigerian Football Federation, but the performance of the team at the World Cup encouraged its employers and football followers across the world, minus me. The football body has since opened a discussion with the coach, and according to online women's football journal, Sam Amadou, Waldron will get a contract extension if both parties agree on the contractual terms. When they say fans all over the world, I am not included, because I have said it and I will keep saying it again and again. Waldron is not the right man for the job, because he has not, for me, impressed so far. He has been, he has recorded some amount of success, mainly because of the excellence of the Nigerian Super Falcons players that we have. From the brilliance of Oshola to the likes of Jibade, not forgetting Ashley Plumtree, Michelle Alozie, not forgetting Deinde Onome Ebi, and of course Kanu Ruth Monday, and a whole lot of them. These are women that have put their blood, put their sweat, put their bodies on the line, and not the tactical brilliance of the coach. He only comes to coach the team when there is a game, and if there is no game, he goes back to America and do other jobs, take up other coaching jobs that he has been on. But when it comes to developing some of our local players and using them, he doesn't do that. Which coach in the world does that? Except the Super Falcons. Even Pesero has changed. He now lives in Nigeria. He now go to the different clubs, talk about the MPFL, and watch games, infuse players into the team. But Waldron, no, he doesn't do that. He waits for other clubs in Europe to develop these players, and he pounds on them and gather them few days to a game, few days to a tournament, and they begin to chunk up results, and we say he's doing well. For me, he's not. Going by the amount of money he's earning every month, is not the right man for the job. And if the NFF goes ahead to give him a contract extension, trust me, in the next WAFCON, we won't win it. Mark my word, we won't win it if Waldron is still at the helms of affair of the Super Falcons. Now, away from that, now let's go over now to this controversial deal that has been making round in the world of sport from the local scene, as people talk about football enthusiasts have been very sad with the recent development. Haven't gone into deep research. It's going to be 10 years of slavery as far as our football league is concerned. Now, the rumor mill has been a gong that a certain Chinese company, in conjunction with the Nigerian businessmen and some treacherous club owners and board members of the NPFL, are piling undue pressure on the NFF President Ibrahim Gusso to accept a slave contract of 10 years duration in the first instance for the acquisition of part of NPFL broadcast rights. Now, let's be reminded that the Honorable Benga Elegbele-led NPFL board, that some stakeholders, including somebody that I will keep his name anonymous for now, because this news is quite juicy. We will keep making our research and bring out our findings to you and you. Say that they have laid down their lives to rescue the NPFL out of suffocating grip of the defunct League Management Committee, that's the LMC, with the inflicting report of the former Minister of Sport, Chief Sunday Darie, and some so far the NPFL board should be properly guided to understand that the players' blog are co-owners of the commercial properties and rights of the NPFL. From all indications, the NPFL and the GTI partnership is work in progress. It will be foolhardy at this stage to rush into any under the table slave contract. The key word there is a slave contract, which is the value of the NPFL board cast right at the time of Super Sports pullout. Yes, Super Sport out to pull out of the deal. If you look at Super Sport as a brand, they have the largest and the widest coverage in Africa as far as football streaming rights and football broadcasting rights is concerned, compared to any other media firm. But then, what is the value of the NPFL broadcast right in time where the Super Sport had to pull out? This should be the start point for fresh negotiation as the NPFL and the GTI partnership progresses. But then, the main plank of the NPFL and the GTI partnership is to avoid the pitfall of slave contract and keep the NPFL running until its property are disposed of at the appropriate commercial value to ensure financial independence of all the NPFL club. Now, most of the club owners are tweeting towards the Chinese firm where it will be a 10 years contract, and all of this contract will be tied to clause that there are some certain percentage that we cannot get. There are some matches that will be hosted in the night for the sake of a different time zone, and our league has not developed where we will be playing games from 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. Where is the floodlight? Where is the security? Where are the logistics to It is very deep indeed. It is deep. But for this man to insist that we'll go and take those contracts, even though they are offering more than what Super Sport is trying to offer, we still need to take our time and look at these things. But rumors on the street has it that the former Minister for Youth and Sport, Chief Sunday Darie, and some, permit me to use this word now, some crooked club owners are the one pushing for this deal, and it's not looking good at all, because it's going to be a slavery contract. It's going to bend our hands to not be able to do certain things that will even set up the team where we can compete favorably in the continent. But for these back and forth move, we ought to be in our week 3 or even week 4, getting set for week 5 of the new season. But right now, we haven't started. Right now, we do not know when we are going to start. Teams like Rivers United and Bendel Insurance, who have played their first leg of the second preliminary round in the CAF Confederation Cup qualifiers, they ought to be playing some competitive game in the league. But they are not. Rather, they have been reduced to training and playing club friendlies, while their opponents are playing competitive games in their various leagues. And yet, we begin to ask ourselves, or we continue to ask, why we aren't doing well in the continent. Abuja, these and many others are the reasons why we seems not to progress in the continent. And finally, before I go on my first commercial break in the show this evening, let me let you know that Nigeria have absolutely done well even in all the competition, as we hear that the team have qualified in the semi-finals in the ongoing game for the 2024 Paris Olympic game. And what have we qualified for? Come, let me let you know. Team Nigeria's wrestling sensation Odunayo Akinkuronye has defeated Bulgarians Evelina Georgieva Mikolova 14-7 on Wednesday in a remarkable contest, giving her a chance to contest for a bronze medal and a ticket to the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. Yes, she has qualified for at least a podium finish. If she can finish third, she will qualify for the wrestling competition come next year in Paris. Adekuroye competing in the 57 kilograms of women's category lost her quarterfinals bout to Moldovan's Anastasia Nechita by 10-0 on Tuesday, and so needed a win at Repacheda to stand a chance to contest for bronze. The Nigerian wrestling star had earlier defeated world number 4 and Brazilian international Golena Oliveira 10-7 in the first round bout before going on to win a United World Wrestling Sarita in the round of 16. Adekuroye, who is ranked 22nd in the world, will now face world number 12 Turkish Elveria Kamalagi this evening for a bronze medal and also to secure a place in the next year's Olympic Games. Abuja, we just need to keep cheering for our own, as she's set to do us proud. Until then, let's take this short break and of course make money for the Capitol building. When I return, more loading on the show. You don't want to touch the dial.
Check this out! Voice of the People, 96.1 FM, Abuja. Now, you have a voice.
Did I just hear that right?
Have you heard about the Global Win? With the Global Win, you can play the National Study Game and win up to 5 million naira worth of scholarships, covering your tuition fee to study in the finest private universities in Nigeria, and $30,000 worth of scholarships covering your tuition fee, visa, flight, and accommodation in US, UK, and Canada. You can also play and win the vacation of your dreams. Win up to $5,000 for a trip to Maldives, Barbados, and Qatar. To be part of this, log on to www.theglobalwin.com/register. You can call us on 0907 000 0222. Register and grab your tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
We have been serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. VOP TV, show up, speak up.
The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream. Delighting every school. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream. At number 4, Obomosho Street, Area 8, Gariki, Abuja, or 3rd Avenue, Gwarinpa, Abuja, or Federal Housing Estate, Phase 2, Lube, Abuja. Call 0908-831-5906 or 0908-831-5908 or 0909-238-9861. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at romeospizza.ng. Website www.romeospizza.ng. Romeo, the pizza champions. Are you traveling to Lagos and desire a perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, number 42 Murtala Mohammed International Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in our beautiful appointed rooms, featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Now, whether you are traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your every need is met. We also offer complimentary pickup and drop from the Lagos airport.
Why not take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant?
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So why wait? Book your stay today and experience the ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website,
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Believe me, believe me, believe me.
Hey guys, check this out.
Every night, stories develop. So no matter where or how you want to end your day, the Evening Rush is here, keeping you informed, safe, and educated. Take a deep dive into all the stories live from wherever you are. Let's talk news in a way that makes sense to you. The Evening Rush, weeknights from 6:15 p.m. only on VOP 96.1 FM Abuja.
As a sharp business owner, you know you need to advertise your business, right? Don't lie, you need the adverts. So what better platform to advertise than with VOP 96.1 FM? Our rates are friendly and our reach extensive. Go ahead, take that bold step and advertise that business today. Give us a call on 080-5761-9720. That is 080-5761-9720. Visit us at our office at number 4 Ogbomosho Street, Romeo's Pizza Building, Area 8, Gariki, or send us an email on abuja@voiceofthepeople.ng.
It's time. It's time to move. It's time to bounce. It's time to lead. It's time to shout. Time for new dreams. Time for new drip. Time for new scenes. Time to tear up the script. So bring the noise. Bring the fire. We're flying high. Time to get higher. It's game time. It's our time. Alexander-Arnold. It's go time. Holland. It's showtime. Showtime. Premier League. Let's go. Here's Davies, and he's found Kane. Is this the moment? The captain of England scores his first goal for Germany's record champions, and that's why they brought him in.
Alright, welcome back to the second half of your biggest sports show, Sport Lounge, with me, the finest uncle, talking sports in the capital city and beyond on your super duper radio dial, voice of the people, 96.1 FM, Abuja. Welcome. In case you are just joining me for the first time, you are the real MVP, and thank you for tuning in to 96.1. This is the time, as usual, where I get to invite you into the show via the phone line. Come on, pick up your phone and dial the number 070-0010-961-961. 070-0010-961-961, and let's get interactive. Why not? You can also reach me with the same number on WhatsApp. Drop your WhatsApp voice note, WhatsApp message, or you want to do a WhatsApp call. Come on, call me on WhatsApp and I will give attention to your voice, because the show is all about you. Now you have a voice. Radio time is always caller friendly when Uncle Fineboy is on your speakers. Alright, so let's get back into the show as I wait your calls on 070-0010-961-961. So you are not left out. Alright, into the world of gymnastics now. Let me inform you that Simeona Biles will compete for a 20th world title at the upcoming World Championships in Antwerp. The four-time Olympic champion won the all-around women's final at the US selection event to top qualification with a score of 55,700 points. Biles, who is 26 years of age, will become the first woman to represent Team USA at 6 artistic world championships. In August, she made a return to competition following a 2-year hiatus to work on her mental health. Biles marked a comeback by winning her 8 all-around titles at the US Gymnastics Championship and breaking a 90-year record in the process. Come on! When you see a champion at her peak, you look at Biles. She's somebody that when it comes to the sport of gymnastics, no one comes close to her in this century. Alright, away from gymnastics now, let's stop over in the world of Formula 1 as information reaching us has it that McLaren have extended their contract with Australian rookie Oscar Piastri until the end of 2026. This is some contract that is going to last over 3 years. We hear that the 22 years old has impressed alongside a British teammate Lando Norris this season with performance that suggests it could be a star for the future. Norris is contracted to McLaren until the end of 2025. Team principal Andreas Teller said keeping Piastri, who is 11th in the Drivers' Championship, was an easy decision for the team to make in terms of extending his contract and keeping him stay put to McLaren. Alright, I will wish him all the best in Formula 1. Let's delve over now to boxing as Conor Penn will contest his first fight since the lifting of his professional doping suspension against Rodolfo Orozco in Florida on the 23rd of September. Englishman Ben, who is 26 years of age, has not fought since April 2022 after failing 2 voluntary drug tests later that year. He will return to the ring against the super welterweight Orozco at the Matchroom boxing event in Orlando. He says, "I am undefeated in the ring and in spirit. A return on Saturday is a step closer to redemption." Wow, this man is brimming with confidence, and the way it's going is going to be very, very difficult for any anybody to stop her. And also in the world of boxing, let me let you know that one boxer has come out to state that his fight with Otto Beterbiev was a lesson, and the greatest boxers in history have taken a lesson. Yes, it will go on my boxing record as a defeat, but a loss is only really a loss when you completely give up, when you have lost your love for the sport, when you have lost your passion, your reason. That for me is a loss. Talk about the boxer Dimitri Bivol being first in that defeat in the world of boxing. That's on the flip side now. Alright, Abuja, let's delve over now into the king of sport. Before we move over to the Champions League, let me stop by in the APL and tell you this good news concerning our Super Eagles player. But before then, let me still rule out the number for some of you that didn't get the number earlier to reach me on the show. The number still remains 070 0010 961 961 070 0010 961 961. Nigeria and Nottingham Forest forward Taiwo Awoniyi has taken his consecutive goals contribution tally to 9 goals when they faced Burnley at the City Ground on Monday. Talk about the EPL game against Burnley. The forward has scored or assisted in 9 consecutive Premier League games, stretching back to Southampton at home last season. Now, Awoniyi is just 2 games of joining the top 5 in the Premier League history, alongside the likes of Mesut Ozil, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Jamie Vardy. Leicester City striker Vardy currently holds the record with 15 games consecutively with a goal or an assist. However, Awoniyi may face a tough task to continue his record, as his team will face Manchester City on Saturday. Awoniyi has continued his great scoring form from last season with 3 goals in the opening 3 Premier League games before teeing up Elanga at Stamford Bridge. His assist for debutant Callum Hudson-Odoi on Monday night was his latest contribution for Steve Cooper's side. The Super Eagles goal poacher really has become a clinical striker. His space and power a rare handful for any Premier League defender. Yes, ask Manchester United, they will tell you. Ask Chelsea, they will confirm. Ask Arsenal, they cannot lie. Taiwo Awoniyi is the real deal. Abuja, let's get into the world of elite football. Lazio goalkeeper Ivan Provedel. He was born in 1994. He wears the jersey 94. He measures 194 meters high, and he scored yesterday in the 94th minute and 19 seconds. You want to call that coincidence? That is the biggest coincidence in world football you can ever think of. Lazio goalkeeper Ivan Provedel scored a brilliant header in stoppage time to earn a miraculous draw for Lazio in the Champions League group stage against Atletico Madrid. The 29-year-old Italian goalkeeper joined his team's attack in the closing minutes in Rome, and when Luis Alberto sent over a ferocious cross, he sprang and buried the header beyond the Yano block to salve it a draw for the Serie A club. Lazio has fallen behind in the first half of the Group E game when Pablo Barrios struck for Diego Simeone's side, but just when it looked as though the visitors would hold out for a win, Provedel emerged and equalized and sparked wide scenes in the Italian capital. It was one goal that no one saw coming. But in other games, yesterday it was Feyenoord 3-2 rather. Celtic 0. AC Milan and Newcastle played out a goalless draw. But the likes of Rafael Leao and Oliver Giroud were the biggest culprits as they squander lots of scoring opportunity. Kylian Mbappe once again registered his name in the score sheet for PSG as he scored from the penalty spot before Achraf Hakimi scored the second for PSG against Borussia Dortmund. It was Young Boys 1, RB Leipzig away from home 3. Manchester City with 2 goals from Argentina forward Julian Alvarez make sure that Pep Guardiola started their tight defense on a winning note. 3-1 that game ended, but then it was Nigerian's defender Seydou Sanusi that picked up an injury in that game between FC Porto and their opponent in that game. Talk about Shakhtar Donetsk. He picked up an injury in that game. The Lanky defender started the game played at the Hamburg Stadium in Germany and was a key player in the game before his replacement. It was seen that he was clutching his leg right down the tunnel just at the first half break. Oh dear, and it remains a doubt for the Super Eagles international friendly game against Saudi Arabia. Yes, he may not feature in that one if this injury looks serious like it seemed last night. At least I forget that it was João Felix who started the goal route for Barcelona yesterday, and he concluded the goal by closing in with the 5th goal for Barcelona yesterday. He got a brace in that one. Robert Lewandowski also was on the score sheet, and not forgetting the likes of Pedri as well. Did I say Pedri now? Gavi. Yes, Gavi was a goal scorer in that one. He scored the 4th goal, and Rafinha's deflected goal, which was credited as an own goal by Batelia. That is the Royal Antwerp goalkeeper. Yes, defender rather. He deflected the ball into the back of his own net, and the game ended 5 goals in favor of Barcelona. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be the first round of games rather in Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D in the UEFA Champions League. It is a kick-off already for Real Madrid against Union Berlin and Galatasaray against Copenhagen. In that one already, Tauzada for Union Berlin has already been shown the yellow card, the first yellow card in that game. Quickly, let me give you the lineup for Real Madrid. They will be playing the 4-3-1-2 formation with Kepa Arrizabalaga in between the sticks for Real Madrid. Lucas Vasquez will be taking his place ahead of injured Cavallana, who will not be featuring in this one. Antonio Rudiger will be partnered by David Alaba in at the center back, while Nacho will take his position at the left side of the defense. Luka Modric, Aurelio Tchouameni, and Eduardo Camavinga will be playing in the defensive lineup for Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham will be playing ahead of them up front, while Rodrigo and Joselu has been given the responsibilities to get the goals. Meanwhile, their opponents, talk about Union Berlin, will be playing a 3-5-2 formation with Diego Leite, Danilo Tokia, and Leonardo Bonucci. Yes, did you remember that name, Bonucci? One time he played for Juventus, but right now he's playing for Union Berlin. These are the three-man defenders for the team. In the midfield, we have Robin Gosens, Osia Luendina, Alexa Kral, Lucas Touzard, who got the first yellow card in that one, and Josip Jorianenko, Jorianovic rather, will be playing in that one. Up front, we have Kevin Baren and Sherrado Becker. The game is goalless so far, and 6 minutes played. And the second game that is currently ongoing is the game between Galatasaray and FC Copenhagen. That game is goalless, 7 minutes in that one. 8 p.m. kickoff. We'll see the return of Arsenal. Arsenal will be taking on a PSV Eindhoven at the Emirates Stadium. Sevilla will welcome FC Lens, while Oseni will be traveling far away to take on SC Braga. That game will be going down in at the Estadio Municipal de Braga in Portugal. Yes, SC Braga is in Portugal, and the last game. Not really the last game. Benfica will welcome Salzburg. Real Sociedad will take on Inter Milan, and the biggest one for the night, we'll see Manchester United take on FC Bayern Munich. Those games will be coming on by 8 p.m. Wow, time flies. Indeed, time flies so fast. Before I drop the anchor for the show this evening,